Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today, I got for you guys some boomers. I really don't understand why boomers and, parents and older people always seem to, blame the video game. Like there are other factors in life that could be contributing to why your child or, the younger people are acting up. They're acting a fool. And it's funny because they always pull out the old reliable on them, you know what I mean? Like, they see a child acting up, boom, video games. Yep, it's video games. That child's acting up, yep, it's the video games. And that's despite the fact that through multiple scientific studies taken, there is zero evidence that suggests that video games have some sort of link to people committing crimes in real life. Although, yes, I am aware that there is a slight link between people who play video games being a little bit more aggressive, maybe showing more signs of aggression. But all that really proves or shows is that Lil Jimmy was upset that he lost the Call of Duty game, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing. We're talking about criminal acts like, stealing cars and shit, Grand Theft Auto type shit. So today I got for you guys a couple clips from Fox News, of all places, and I gotta give you guys a fair warning, this may be some upsetting imagery for some of you guys.
On the rise, a Southside state representative has introduced legislation that would ban the sale of video games like the one you're looking at, Grand Theft Auto.
Community activist Early Walker reached out to State Rep Marcus Evans earlier this year to talk about banning the video game, and he says he noticed similarities in local carjackings and a lot of the player moves in the video game.
Hold on. Did she really just say player moves? They out here fucking copying GTA moves and shit, bro. That'd be so like counterproductive, because if y'all know anything about GTA, bro, them characters be moving like stiff and weird as fuck, bro. They be slow as shit. I mean, honestly, if I'm giving my honest opinion here, I don't know why these people keep trying to like ban these video games. I mean, every single video game is protected by the First Amendment. Like, you're not gonna get very far.
Our Chicago areas, we've had a lot of carjackings. It's skyrocketing. So what makes you think that there really is this connection to Grand Theft Auto? What hit you when you saw the video game and you saw things that are playing out in real life?
Well, first and foremost, let's look at the age of the individuals that are committing these crimes. We're talking about 14, 13-year-olds on up.
Yo, hold on a second, man. Whose 13 or 14-year-old child is really out here robbing these cars? And where are the parents? Like, I swear, in all these videos, bro, are parents non-existent? Like, are parent responsibilities not existent anymore? Like, you do realize, like, the parents have to buy these 14 and 13-year-old children the game, right? Like, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but, video games have these things called, ratings, like, E for everyone. E10 plus, you know what I'm saying? And Grand Theft Auto would fall under something that's known as M for mature. So basically that means that you can't buy the game unless if you're 17 years old. So I mean, you know what I'm saying, an adult had to have bought them the game for them to be playing it in the first place. So who's really to blame here?
And of course with the pandemic on the uprise and these kids at home, you just can't ignore the similarities as it relates to this particular game. You literally see instances in the video game where, an individual will pull up to an individual, bump their bumper, get out, pull the individual out of the vehicle at gunpoint, pull off. There are other instances where they're using these vehicles to go and commit other crimes, and they gain points doing this. So if you do the similarities and you compare the two, you can't, ignore the obvious.
Ignore what obvious? The only thing that's obvious to me is that these kids have no type of parental control or nothing, bro. These kids are not being disciplined the way that they should. Like, you're telling me 13 and 14-year-olds are out here carjacking people, bro, at gunpoint? You have to be 21 to legally purchase a gun in Illinois. So, I mean, these kids did not just get up and legally go purchase a gun to go carjack people after playing Grand Theft Auto.
In just the last few days, 3 teens have been arrested for carjackings in Chicago. People have been saying for months now that teens are running around the city and carjacking people like it's a video game.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that. I definitely do see that being something that would happen in like GTA and shit. Motherfuckers out here just going around, stealing cars and shit. But you gotta remember, these kids that they're talking about, 13 and 14 and up, these teens are not actually old enough to go and buy the game for themselves. So some adult had to have bought it for them, alright? This is not the game's fault, because these kids are not supposed to be playing the game. So if you're gonna go ahead and blame somebody, blame the adult that bought the kids the game. And that's only if what these kids are doing has anything to do with them playing Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it could just be that these motherfuckers is just bored from being cooped up in the house for too long, you know what I'm saying? Like, cooped up for like a whole year because of all the shit, you know? They're probably just like, yo, we're bored as shit. Let's go rob some people, you know what I'm saying? Let's go rob some cars.
Now local lawmakers are doubling down on that idea, saying that video game should be banned.
I mean, that's just not happening, but you're more than welcome to try.
Tia Ewing has more.
The carjacking suspects aren't even old enough to drive.
To survive, they have to set up and pull off a series of increasingly audacious heists.
Yo, Fox, bro, what the fuck was that, bro? Because that wasn't me who did that edit right there. Like what the fuck was that?
Philanthropist Early Walker says violent video games like Grand Theft Auto could be influencing their young minds.
Oh my, bro, the key word right there was could be influencing, and of course they think that the only thing that's attributing to this is Grand Theft Auto, because how could it be anything else? Am I right?
There are instances in the game where an individual pulls up to a car, bumps the car, taps the car, gets out, pulls the individual out of the car, carjacks the car, pulls off.
Walker met with Illinois State Representative Marcus Evans in January, and from there, legislation was drafted to amend a 2012 law preventing some games, including Grand Theft Auto, from being sold to children in Illinois.
House Bill 3531, which will ban these video games and send a message.
But wait, I thought the problem was that minors were getting a hold of this game, but now you're trying to amend a law that would ban this game from being sold to anyone? Okay, now you're bugging, bruv. You're bugging. Like this whole video is centered around the fact that minors are doing this dumb shit. So why are you trying to ban this game for everybody else? I mean, that just doesn't fucking make sense to me.
This past Friday, a former police officer was carjacked in his own driveway in the south suburbs.
They don't care. They feel they're going to get right back out, especially juveniles.
An expert told us the game can be the cause of violence, but it isn't the only factor.
What? Not the only factor? You don't say.
Now, we did reach out to the makers of Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar Games never responded to our request for this story.
Good shit, Rockstar. I applaud you for that. Yo, but no cap though, this shit is just lame as fuck, bro. Like, these boomers really need to rearrange their priorities and shit, bro, because we keep telling them not every single time that a teen commits a crime is it somehow attributed to by like video games or Grand Theft Auto or some shit. Like, bro, I know a lot of you seen that one old clip from Dr. Phil where that one kid would just like yell at his mom and shit and tell her what to do, and just like he basically like ran the house, you know what I'm saying? And she tried blaming the video game when in reality, bro, she just didn't put her foot on the fucking ground, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was letting that little boy run the house, you know what I'm saying? And that's how some of these white parents really be out here, bro. And it's not just white parents, like it could be any parent, but you mostly see that from the white parents, you gotta admit. And well, I say that because, well, I have Hispanic parents, and you know that that type of shit would just not fly in this household, or like a black family's household, or an Asian family's household. Like, that type of shit just does not happen, all right? Parents do not let that type of shit fly, all right? And these people is really worried about the wrong thing. Like, it's not the video game's fault. It's the shitty parenting. Alright? Like, some of these people just simply shouldn't be parents, and it really shows. Like, all a parent has to do is just say, no, I'm not going to buy my 13-year-old child this Grand Theft Auto game where, you know, you be running people over, stealing cars, killing people, there's strippers, you know, prostitutes and shit. I'm just not going to buy this game for my 13-year-old underage child. And just like that, shit like this just simply wouldn't happen because these kids don't run around thinking that, you know what I'm saying, they have the authority to just do whatever they want because at home they boss their mama around. Like parents, if it's seriously a problem, just simply take the game away from your child, all right? Like, but don't be extra about it though, because I know some parents do be going overboard with that shit. But just simply take the game away and poof, you know what I'm saying? Like the problem is solved. You know what I'm saying? All your worries are gone just like that. To be honest, man, with that being said, I'm probably just going to end it right there, man. These people really need to stop, you know, worrying about something that isn't the actual cause for concern. Like, these kids cannot just walk into a GameStop and legally purchase the game. And it certainly doesn't just, like, automatically download itself onto these kids' consoles. So, I mean, someone's out here buying these kids these games and not disciplining them like they should. So, yeah, hopefully you guys made it all the way through to the end. And if you did, I really, really, really do appreciate you. Make sure to hit that sub button, you know what I'm saying, that like button. It is greatly appreciated. All my social media links will be in the description below, so make sure to check that out. I also just recently created this website because I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm trying to get into some affiliate marketing. I mean, if you guys don't know what that is, search it up, you know what I'm saying. You might want to know what that is, you know what I'm saying. It's a good way to make some cash, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm trying to get into that. So I made a website for it, so I'm probably gonna link that down in the description as well. Make sure to check that out, I guess. I mean, you don't have to, but yeah, it's gonna be down there. And once again, thank you if you made it all the way through to the end, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, peace.